Welcome back to Barrow's Creations. New week, new video, or shall I say a new month? Whatever it is. First off, I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. If you're not, I pray and hope that the sun shines on you shortly and brightens things up. But this week, or this video, I think it's time we finally paint our hutch. We're going to tear it apart, get it prepped, sanded, final sanding, and go over it one last time and try to get it painted. I'm off for 4 days, so I think we can knock this out. Let's get to it. Trying to get that coffee down, get moving this morning. So I've actually already got some of this packed away. I also got the light taken down. I had the arms that hold the light powder coated. You should have seen some of that in the last video. But basically, I'm just going to rip all this stuff down, get it piled up somewhere. It's going to make a huge mess, and then start sanding, going over it, doing the final checks before we start painting. Well, that went from a pretty cool hutch to just bare in no time, didn't it? I have absolutely missed making these videos on a more regular basis. To be honest, when I first started YouTube, I didn't know how long it'd last. It wasn't very fun. And I got in a rhythm, started knocking them out. The channel started growing. But am I going to apologize to you? No, I don't owe you an apology. You know, we all go through seasons of change, things come and go. And this new job I'm working on right now is very demanding, a lot of hours. As of Christmas, I've already put in 210 hours on the job for the month of December and still have about 25 to go. As far as the pay, I can't pass it up. And the resume points are going to stack up very well for me for the future. But for those who are sticking with me, still subscribed, still watching the channel, I thank you very much. There will be seasons in the future where we get back on track. And I think this job is going to put us in a lot better position here in a couple years. So bear with me. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Yeah, I think I got all my prep work done, or at least the best I'm going to get it. So now we're going to start setting everything up. Probably one more once over with the hand paper, and we'll start blowing it off and making sure it's ready to go. Hopefully we could get some primer sprayed today if I could get all this figured out. So I think what I'm going to do to make all this work, this is always the most challenging part when you don't have very much room. So I got some scrap plywood. I'm going to screw it down. Uh-oh, got me a torque screw. That ain't worth a darn. That shouldn't go nowhere. I could push it that way and screw it down here. Now that shouldn't go anywhere. So for my 2 axle racks, what I think I'm going to do is take a shim, a couple shims, shim it up, and then I'm just going to shoot into the bottom of it. Hope I don't miss. Then we can pull the shims out. And now let me get up under that edge just a little bit. But that's going to be up against the pegboard anyways. And then when we're ready, got it painted, we could just pull it off. Now for this last piece, this is just the board that the chargers mount to. I got some painting triangles. We'll just set it on those. We'll have to spray one side, let it dry real good, flip it over. That's my only option. I'm going to have to do some more work with the hutch too. Probably paint most of it, then lay it back and do the underside if I want to. I'm trying to debate if I want to, what's more important, the back or the underside? What would you do? I don't know. I'm lost and don't want to spend a lot of time thinking about it, or I'll run out of time to get this painted. So I'm going to keep moving. We got to figure out a way to hang our power tool rack, and we should be ready to start blowing it off one final time, get our tarp down that protects the toolbox, and start spraying some primer. Well, I think I'm about ready to paint. What I'm going to do though first is I'm going to come in here and I'll blow everything off. I'm going to blow it, try to blow it all towards the camera or this direction, away from the stuff I'm trying to paint. I'll let it settle for 10-15 minutes and I'll repeat that process. I'll probably do that 4 or 5 times just to really sterilize the area, get it as clean as possible, and then we'll start painting. New day out here in the shop. I spent the rest of yesterday getting the garage sterilized. Had to do some Christmas activities. Today we're going to lay down some primer. If you want to know exactly what I'm using the exact same stuff we did on the drill press stand. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can go check out that video. But today we're going to get this primered and get it ready for paint tomorrow. Well, I got everything sanded, prepped for a second coat, but my gun's acting up. I want to try it, see how bad it splatters. It seems to be leaking for some reason. If it don't work, we're heading to Harbor Freight. Well, I cleaned it up real good, tested it with water, and water just keeps running out of it. And then I got to looking at it and figured out the pin is not pushing back forward like it's supposed to. And what had happened was, when I cleaned it up the first time, there's supposed to be a little spring in there that will cause a pin to return, and apparently I lost it. So that's what happened. That's why it was leaking. That's why I'm heading to Harbor Freight, I guess. But we just got back from Harbor Freight. I went and got me a new spring. I bought a whole new gun, but I want to go ahead and use this one. I've drilled this one out. They come with the 1.4 millimeter tip, and a lot of folks are drilling it out to 1.8 millimeter, which I believe, if I remember correctly, is 3/32. And I've done that with this gun, so I'll spray the thicker paint. So we're going to keep trying to use this gun, see if I can get better results. The primer's coming out great, so I really thinned down this last coat. I'm going to put one more coat on it, but real thin, and see how it comes out. One thing I did do is I made these a while back for some wobble sockets, and I was supposed to paint them. We're going to try to catch them up. I don't know how well that's going to go. We may have to go just run and buy some spray paint, because I don't want to keep mixing up primer in here for those little things. So we'll see what happens. Tell you what, that last little coat came out real smooth, that last coat of primer. I've been sanding it in between each coat with just a little 150 block, sponge block. But that last one that we thinned up, there's not very much I want to hit. There's just a few little spots here and there I want to gently hit, just like so. I'm going to keep working on this, and then we'll get ready to spray some yellow here in a minute. I think I got just enough yellow to get one real light first coat on there. Then we'll have to run to Lowe's, pick up some more paint. This is oil enriched enamel. Like I said, I go more into the paint and stuff and what I'm using in my drill press video. But unfortunately, it's about 4:30 right now. So we'll have to wait a while before we run up there, because Lowe's don't open till 6 or 7. It is what it is, I guess. We'll find something to do. Well, I didn't have near as much yellow as I thought I did. So I think I'm going to focus on these items that need flipped over. Get a first coat on them so that later on they are dry and I can flip them over and work on the face side. I just about had enough to finish the full first coat. I ran out on the back of the hutch, but who's ever going to see that anyways? Man, I forgot how much better the paint goes on versus the primer. And I think I finally got my thinning consistency to where the gun really liked it. The gun really liked that. That's the best it's ever sprayed. So I'm going to try to mimic that later. But for now, it's just a waiting game. We'll wait for Lowe's to open, and then we can flip this stuff over, put another coat on it. It'll be nice and dry by then. So while we're waiting for Lowe's to open, I figured I'd label some of my bins. And here's you a funny story. My family thinks I'm OCD, but you'll have to tell me. But I was going to make some labels. I got some new bins here. And I came out here and my label maker was out of labels. So naturally I go in, get on the internet, start looking for labels. And guess what they got? They got yellow with black labels. So naturally, I guess I'm going to have to relabel them all. My wife thinks I'm OCD. Y'all tell me. But that's what we're going to do. And just so you know, I got a little bit of rubbing alcohol on here. It cleans that up. We'll let it dry, and it helps the label stick a lot better. But this is what I'm going to do while we're waiting for Lowe's to open. And once they get open, we'll go get us some more yellow paint. Y'all tell me what you like more. You like the yellow more or the white more? I got all my labeling done. It looks really good now. It all matches the theme of the garage with the yellow and black. And in the process of all this, I found some empty bins and got sidetracked. Next thing you know, I'm sorting out cotter pins. Lowe's has been open for an hour and a half, and here we are. I was out here checking out my color match job. We're 3, 4, 5 coats in. Actually, I think we're 4. I lost count. I don't know. This painting deal. You know, you spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes setting up the gun, spray everything down, and then 20, 25 minutes cleaning it every time. Wait a couple hours and do it again. So we're going to start reassembling this in the morning. I'm going to let it cure overnight, get nice and dry, and then we'll put it all together in the morning, see how it comes out. I think it's going to look pretty cool when it's all said and done with. Good morning, good morning. So I came out here last night, kind of moved everything around, started breaking down, cleaning up. I even wiped down the toolboxes so that they're dust free. They'll look their best when we get this all assembled. But first thing I got to do is I got to get these toolboxes off the wall, and we'll start setting this thing up so we can see what it looks like. Well, let me see if I could wrestle that assembly up here without tearing it up. Once it's up here, I did make provisions to screw it down, but it was holding pretty good when we mocked it all up, so I don't think I'll mess with that right now. If it becomes an issue, we'll do that later. So unfortunately, everything's going to need dusted off. This will probably be the cleanest it ever is, but at least it'll look nice the first time we put it together. First thing I'm going to do is put these electrical grommets in, and then we'll see about hanging the arms for our light fixture. Get it installed. I know these will fit in here, but again, they are tight. So one of the last things I did last night was spray a coat of paint on my screws, but it's not holding up very good. I may have to get a Sharpie after them or paint marker, touch it up a little bit, because I don't want chrome screws and everything to be black. So I'm using a screwdriver. I could be using a drill, obviously, but in my old subwoofer days, you sure could mess something up with the drill real fast if you wasn't careful. So I don't want to mess nothing up. Got too much effort in this thing. Now we're going to do a little bit of cable management. See if we get this cable looking nice and pretty. that should just about do it on the light. I'm going to work on the cord up here just a little bit more. Once I get everything in the final resting place, it should stay. If you notice, I put the plug in right here. It's kind of leaning into the cabinet some, and that's because the back of these panels are hollow. So that will allow this cord to push in, and I could get the cabinet flat on the back of the wall. But there's just one problem. I'm not using these panels. So we'll actually be using these panels here. So I had these powder coated by Powder Max here in Amarillo, Texas. They've done a great job, and I think the part that really stuck out to me is they kept their word. They quoted me one price when I went in and dropped off. A week later, I went and picked them up, and the price had almost doubled. And when I questioned them on it, I said, hey, look, you told me this. What's the deal? I don't mind paying more, but that's a pretty large increase. And he said, I'm going to honor what I told you and only charge me the original price. So I hold that dear. He's a man of his word, and he done a great job as well. So let's check these out. That's going to look really cool. So I'm only going to put in one panel at a time. That way I can start mounting the stuff that goes across the front and reach around. So I'll do that now. Then we go round up the pieces. So the first thing we got is our power strip. I feed this cord through. We'll do something to manage these cords. I think they'll almost manage themselves. I'll wrap that around like that. Oh yeah, they're gonna sit there perfect. Plug that in. Might have to do something with that one, but I'm not gonna get too carried away right now. Let's get the rest of this thing put together. So we got the last panel going in. It's a pretty snug fit. I kind of gambled. I didn't try these actual 3 panels before I went and had them powder coated, because I have 6 of these panels. I mocked it up with the other 3 and then took these 3 to have powder coated. Looks like I won that gamble, barely, but you know, it worked out, so happy as could be about it. So it looks like now we'll start putting everything back in place. Once we get that done, I'll come back and we'll put all the accessories on. That is really coming together. It's looking awesome in my opinion. I need to refer to some pictures to see how I had it all set up. I got to dust all the parts off, and then we'll finish finally getting it all set up and take a look at it. After studying all the pictures I had, I think I got all my clips where I need them. And now we're going to watch one final montage of all this going together. I know I've done this numerous times, but this will be the last one. Oh wow, that turned out absolutely amazing. It ties in great with the toolbox. I could get to all my most commonly used tools real easy. I don't have to dig them out of drawers or anything like that. And it didn't cost a whole lot. I got about 250 bucks, 275 bucks in it, but you could probably do it cheaper. So I bought all the panels and accessories off a marketplace. I paid about 50 bucks for them, and then I turned around and had them powder coated. For what I paid for the powder coating, you could go get 3 of these panels in any color you want and be about the same cost. So I bet you if you were to try to replicate this, you could come in probably right around $200. That's the cool thing about it, is most of it's pretty easy to replicate. So if you wanted to add on or change things up, the worst part about it's the painting, or at least for me, I don't like the painting. I don't like the cleanup. I do got a little bit of time in it. This is, I think, the 4th video. So if this is the first time you're joining us, there is build videos on this, excuse me. So go check them out. If this ain't your first time for watching, I appreciate you. I appreciate all my subscribers. I appreciate all the views. And until next time, I hope everything goes well for you. I hope you're living prosperous. And I got one more thing I want to do. How about a brand new tape measure to tie it all in? Man, that looks cool. So until we catch you next time, thank you for watching.